In this lecture, we will learn the values option. Values are used to indicate the levels of a variable. For example, if you have a gender as a variable, then gender has two levels, that is male and female. If you have income variable and you are taking people belonging to lower socioeconomic status, middle and upper socioeconomic status, so in that case you are having three levels of the income variable. Similarly, in the case of Likert type of scales, you can have up to 5 levels, 7 levels or multiple levels from strongly agree to strongly disagree. So let's learn how to define labels and values by using the value labels option. Now, if we are having the metric variables or the scale variable, that is hard work, intelligence and performance in our case, which are perfectly continuous variables, then we are not going to have labels for them. Again, if we are measuring age in terms of number of years, then again we are not going to have labels for them. But for gender, yes, because we are measuring people belonging to male and female category, we can have two labels for the gender variable. So we are going to define two values, value 1 for the male and we are going to label it as male, and value 2 for female and we are going to label it as female. If there is a third category, you can add it and mark it others. If you want to change anything, so you can click on that label and change the label. For example, we can just write FEM for the female and change it, but let's keep it as female. And similarly, we can do for the male and others variable as well. You can do the spelling check as well. Now, if you want to remove any variable, you can also remove it. Now, I have taken 3 Likert type of questions just to demonstrate how to use values options in SPSS. And typically in the case of Likert type options, these values are very important to define. So I have taken 3 questions from the Oxford Happiness Questionnaire, which is a questionnaire to measure happiness in general life, and the responses has been scored from 1 to 6, whereas 1 is strongly disagree and 6 refers to strongly agree. So we are going to define these options by using the values options. So 1 for strongly disagree, and similarly we are going to copy other variable descriptors and define them as values and labels. So third for. So this is going to be typically useful when you are using with the demographic variables and the Likert scale type of variables like questionnaire variables. So we have finished copying all the values from 1 to 6, and we have defined the question number 1 as a Likert measure. Now in a large questionnaire based study, you might have up to like say 100 or 200 questions like this, so you need not type the responses every time. You just copy and paste them and it works quickly.